Okay. 7.3. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatataamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection. And of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection. So perfection is getting out of this material world, liberation. Self-realization. And of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. So it's so difficult to know Krishna in truth. But there are various grades of men, and out of many thousands, one may be sufficiently interested in transcendental realization to try to know what is the self, what is the body, and what is the absolute truth. Generally, mankind is simply engaged in animal propensities, namely eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. And hardly anyone is interested in transcendental knowledge. The first 6 chapters of Gita are meant for those who are interested in transcendental knowledge, in understanding the self and the super self, and the process of realization by Gnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, and discrimination of the self from matter. However, Krishna can be known only by persons who are in Krishna consciousness. Other transcendentalists may achieve impersonal Brahman realization. For this is easier than understanding Krishna. Krishna is a supreme person, but at the same time, he is beyond the knowledge of Brahman and Paramatma. The yogis and jnanis are confused in their attempts to understand Krishna. Although the greatest of the impersonalists, Sripad Shankaracharya, has admitted in his Gita commentary that Krishna is the supreme person of Godhead, his followers do not accept Krishna as such, for it is very difficult to know Krishna, even though one has transcendental realization of the impersonal Brahman. Krishna is the supreme person of Godhead, the cause of all causes, the primeval Lord Govinda, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Nadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. It is very difficult for the non-devotees to know him. Although non-devotees declare that the path of bhakti or devotional service is very easy, they cannot practice it. If the path of bhakti is so easy as the non-devotee class of men proclaim, then why do they take up the difficult path? Actually, the path of bhakti is not easy. The so-called path of bhakti practiced by unauthorized persons without knowledge of bhakti may be easy. But when it is practiced factually according to the rules and regulations, the speculative scholars and philosophers fall away from the path. Srila Rupa Goswami writes in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatra Vidam Vina Aikantiki Harir Bhakti Rutpatha Yaiva Kalpate. Devotional service to the Lord that ignores the authorized Vedic literatures like the Upanishads, Puranas, and Narada Pancharatra is simply an unnecessary disturbance in society. It is not possible for the Brahman realized impersonalist or Paramatma realized yogi to understand Krishna, the Supreme Person in Godhead, as the son of Mother Yashoda or the charioteer of Arjuna. Even the great devotees are sometimes confused about Krishna. Muhyantiyat Surayaha. Mam tu Vedana Kashtana. No one knows me as I am, the Lord says. And if one does know him, then Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. Such a great soul is very rare. Therefore, unless one practices devotional service to the Lord, one cannot know Krishna as he is, even though one is a great scholar or philosopher. Only the pure devotees can know something of the inconceivable transcendental qualities in Krishna. His being the cause of all causes, his omnipotence and opulence, and his wealth, fame, strength, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation, because Krishna is benevolently inclined to his devotees. Is the last word in Brahman realization. The devotees alone can realize him as he is. Therefore it is said, Atash Shri Krishna Namadi Navavet Grahim Indre Sevan Mukhehi Jivado Swayameva Spuratyada. No one can understand Krishna as he is by blunt material senses, but he reveals himself to the devotees, being pleased with them for the transcendental loving service. The sum and substance is that unless one becomes a devotee, one cannot know Krishna in truth. Because by mental speculation, one cannot understand Krishna. By logic, one cannot understand Krishna. By understanding Brahman, Paramatma, one cannot understand Krishna. By understanding Vishnu, also one cannot understand Krishna. Krishna is inconceivable. Achintya. So devotees can understand Krishna. To what extent devotees can understand Krishna? To the extent they have surrendered to Krishna. To the extent they are pure in their hearts. यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस तथैव भजाम्यहम्. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that knowing Krishna in truth is actually means knowing the sweetness of Krishna. Sweetness of Krishna means what? Sweetness of Krishna means Krishna takes so many incarnations. So he comes as Varaha, Vamana. But when Krishna himself appears, Swayam Bhagavan, so for example, we can understand like Hiranyaksha killed by Varahadev, Hiranyakashipu killed by Narasimhadev, or Vamandev, he became so big. So in all these different avatars, Lord is actually demonstrating his his power, strength. He becomes bigger than this universe in the Vamana avatar. So he's showing that he is the Supreme Lord. But the sweetness of Krishna's pastimes is that Krishna kills so many demons, but hardly he displays his supramundane character. Like he doesn't display that he's God. He's just in everything happens in just sweetness. As in he just acts like he's a human being. He doesn't, even when he is showing power, he doesn't show it like like superhuman kind of, like it doesn't take some very big form, or I mean, like just like any other boy, he's just fighting, and he puts his hand into Keshi demon, and Keshi demon dies. He walks into Agasura, Agasura dies. As in nothing, nobody can really see what Krishna is doing. Just, and forest fire, he just asks all the Brajavasis to simply close their eyes. That's it. He swallows this one without anybody seeing. So in all his Leela, Krishna is just, it's his sweetness, Madhurya, Madhurya, Madhurya. There is no Aishwarya in Krishna. As in, he doesn't demonstrate Aishwarya, because that doesn't work with Vrajavasis. They don't appreciate it. And Krishna is very, very conscious about that. As in, his most dear devotees, Vrajavasis, and he likes to be the way they want him to be. This is God. Unimaginable. Can God change for somebody? Yes, Krishna changes. So, as in, this is very difficult. That is why only, I mean, even when we practice Krishna consciousness, unless we are we hear from, acharyas, guru, very submissively, we might not be able to understand Krishna. So this one, knowing Krishna in truth, also we should not think that knowing Krishna in truth means just simply knowledge. No, knowing means realizing. So right now, whatever I am speaking is knowledge realized by acharyas. but I have myself not realized. I only know the knowledge. Realized means actually experience. So I'm not experienced Krishna in truth. That will happen only when we achieve, when you come to prema. So it's amazing, but it's not possible with other processes. Like Jnana and Dhyana, karma anyway, nobody talks about karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Dhyana yoga. They can't even think of understanding Krishna. So this is what we are trying to achieve. And Sevan Mukhehi Jivado. Only through loving transcendental service, not Vaidhi. I mean, as in, unless if we are just doing sadhana bhakti for the sake of rules, we can't understand Krishna. We can understand Krishna only when we try to engage in his service with love, and we try to do something beyond our capability. Then when we stretch, when we go beyond the comfort zone, then Krishna will reciprocate. When Krishna reciprocates, then we can actually understand that, oh, okay, Krishna is like this, oh, Krishna is like that. Actual realization will happen. But Krishna reciprocates. Krishna, he makes his presence felt when we want to serve him with love. So this is, this verse might itself look like a very simple verse. Okay, when you are endeavoring for perfection, those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. But what this truth is about Krishna, how we can understand that only Acharyas like Srila Prabhupada is revealing here. And I mean, it's so inconceivable, right? Like, think about Krishna, what actions he does. People are generally confused. Like today, somebody was asking, why Krishna is there with Radharani? Why Krishna is not there with Rukmini? Krishna is married to Rukmini. Who can explain Krishna and Radharani's relationship? So it's difficult. Understanding Krishna, explaining Krishna is very difficult. Anyway, so I'll halt there, and if anybody has any questions on this achintya nature of Krishna. And this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Beauty of Krishna consciousness is, this trying to understand Krishna. So unless we become captivated by this, captivated by Krishna, like, oh, he's just unimaginable. We have to get captivated by him, his acts, his qualities. Then we want to know more about him. We want to understand, why is he doing like this? Okay, what is Srila Prabhupada saying? What are our acharyas saying? How do we understand what Krishna is doing here? Why is he doing like this? That's when we will go deep into understanding Krishna's personality. And that is required, because that is when we develop love for him. And we understand this sweetness towards his devotees. Anyway, I can go on and on this. But yeah, if anybody has any questions.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Few questions, Prabhuji. Yeah. So you mentioned that Krishna changes for his devotees.
Yeah.
It's Krishna's desire, right? That a group of devotees should be like this, who are not interested in his Aishwarya. Or is it that devotees have that their own desire?
It is achintya. Actually, while you might say that everything is in Krishna's control, is everything in Krishna's control?
Yes.
Yes and no.
And
Achintya Veda Veda. Yes and no, because Krishna is under the control of his devotees. So Krishna will dance the way his devotees want him to dance. So then he is not in control, but he is in control. So Krishna is controlled by love. Krishna controls everything, but Krishna is controlled by love. So when devotees who love Krishna want him to do something, then where is Krishna's control? Krishna has lost control.
okay.
Chintya.
Yeah, Prajit, like here Prabhupada is mentioning, Krishna can be known only by persons who are in Krishna conscious. So it's again like it's other way, right? One, to be in Krishna consciousness, we should be knowing about Krishna.
No. So see, okay. When Prabhupada says that one who is in Krishna conscious means one who knows Krishna is conscious about Krishna. He only can know, no? As in, he's conscious about Krishna, so he knows Krishna. What else can be like? What are you saying?
Both are identical, right? Then Krishna conscious and knowing Krishna.
No. To become, what we are trying to do, we are trying to become Krishna conscious. When we become Krishna conscious, we actually know Krishna. That is why I said that is realization. So when we say we know Krishna, that means that we've realized Krishna, which means that we've experienced Krishna. Now, those devotees who have seen Krishna, who have experienced Krishna, Tadvidi Praniva Pariprashnena Sevapade Aninas Tattvadarshinaha. So they are Tattvadarshis. They have actually seen the truth. That is why they can tell us.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
So
right.
we are practicing bhakti so that we can actually come to that stage of seeing the truth. That is Krishna consciousness. Everything else is path to Krishna consciousness. We simply call it bhakti or Krishna consciousness. But actually Krishna consciousness is the final stage or is the realized stage when we have realized Krishna. That is actually Krishna conscious stage. Right now we are just treading the path which leads us to Krishna consciousness. Of course, I mean, en route we are 5% Krishna conscious, 2% Krishna conscious, 0% Krishna conscious, etc. But 100% Krishna consciousness means Krishna conscious. Like devotee means pure devotee. Krishna conscious means realized Krishna.
Okay.
You're not happy with it?
No, Yes. It is like you're saying, Achintya, no, not at that stage where you can. Like,
No, as in...
it's clear, but yeah, it is.
Yeah, theory only, no, bro. We are all in theory stage only. Theory stage, this is what it is. Theory stage, we are hearing from those devotees who have realized Krishna. And they're telling us, saying that Krishna is like this. Krishna is like that. So we are trying to understand that, okay, Krishna is like this, Krishna is like that. And we are getting enamored, we are getting attracted. Oh, amazing. Krishna is so beautiful. Krishna is so sweet. Krishna is so amazing. Krishna, right? So we are getting attracted by Krishna. Then we want to go deeper into understanding Krishna. Then we become more attracted to serving Krishna because we know Sevan Mukhe Jivado. So we then become more serious in serving Krishna. When we become more serious in serving Krishna, then Krishna will reciprocate. Then we will experience Krishna to some extent. Then we'll say, oh, amazing. Okay, Krishna is reciprocating with this trivial, insignificant soul. How merciful. And we want to do more for Krishna.
Yes.
Right? And that's how we make progress.
Sure, Praji. Yes. Praji, last one. Like.
No, it can be 100 more. If I can answer, I will answer.
Down, I think.
Purnima Mataji, I've seen Krishna's question and answer. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So then at the end, Prabhupada is mentioning like pure devotee can know only something of Krishna.
Yeah. I mean, like, who can know Krishna? Krishna himself doesn't know himself. Like I said, Krishna himself doesn't know himself because he's in the control of prema.
Okay.
See, which is why, like, okay, so this is, okay, Atma Rama, right? When you say Krishna is Atma Rama. Krishna is Atma Rama, but he's becomes jittery in front of Radharani. As in, he loses his composure. He can't remain cool. He cannot remain satisfied with himself. So it is in, I mean, yeah, like that is the only thing I can keep coming back to saying is it's inconceivable. When Acharyas reveal what Krishna is, and Acharyas to what extent Krishna, like see, no, even amongst our Acharyas, each of them have revealed different aspects of Krishna or different, like for example, Srila Jiva Goswami said Krishna marries gopis. Now, I mean, he has some is saying it with a specific intention, and then Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says no, nothing doing, no marriage, right? So, as in, that is why I mean, neither of them is wrong. Like it's like that. So, yeah, we should know that we can only know Krishna to a very limited extent. I mean, even pure devotees know that they can understand Krishna to a limited extent, to the extent that he reveals himself to them. The extent that he wants them to know, that much Krishna will reveal.
Okay, so that means Krishna may also desire that devotee should know him fully.
Yeah, he may desire. I mean, that I have not read anywhere saying that whether Krishna desires any devotees to know him fully, because Krishna himself doesn't know himself fully. So how can he expect somebody else to know him fully? So it may not be. I mean, I've not read any statement where Prabhupada is saying something to this extent. So.
Okay. So then knowing something is itself knowing Krishna.
Yes. Knowing something about Krishna means like again, when we use the word in Krishna consciousness, when we use the word knowing, which means realized. Please remember this, okay? Knowing is not knowledge. Knowledge is of no use in Krishna consciousness. As in no use in the sense, when I say that, I mean, it's just the means to the end, right? It is realization. Knowing means realizing. So realizing even, a little part of what Krishna allows us to know him is amazing. It's not possible for anybody else except devotees. But one has to go beyond comfort zone. Please understand this. It's very, very important. I mean, if you want to experience Krishna's presence in your life, one has to go beyond comfort zone. And what is comfort zone? Comfort zone is what we are very, very happy doing in Krishna's service because it's very natural to us. And when devotees ask us to do something else, which is not natural to us, then we struggle or we don't want to do it, or when it just seems too difficult or too much beyond us, and we say no, I don't think this is possible, then we are indirectly refusing Krishna's mercy. So taking up something beyond our abilities is the sure short way to get Krishna's mercy. Because Krishna knows that these devotees can only do so much, but he's still sincerely willing to take this up because his senior is some devotee is saying.
Okay. Prabhuji, does this happen immediately? Like if one is, doesn't have the ability to do some service and endeavors for it, so then will the ability will be supplied by Krishna immediately? Or
absolutely, to the extent of the desire of the devotee. The devotee wants to do it really, I mean, says like, Krishna, I really don't have ability. But I have to do this service. It is possible only by your mercy. Krishna will give that, will empower the devotee. There is no doubt about it. I mean, you can't measure it saying that, okay, this is the first class I am giving. Did Krishna give me mercy? Not like that, right? Not like, but in the course of that particular seva, Krishna will give mercy, so that eventually we'll experience Krishna, we'll serve him to the best of our ability. So Krishna will be pleased, he will reveal himself to some extent.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. Krishna was asking, we always talk about surrendering to Krishna. When I can't see Krishna, how can I depend on Krishna? Okay, we go to school, college, we read so many things and we think it is all true. We have no idea who has seen, who has not seen. At least we have not seen the person who has seen whatever he's writing in the textbooks, but we believe. So Shastra is about belief, but we have to believe Shastra from authorities, because they have seen Krishna. So we have not seen Krishna, but somebody who has seen Krishna is telling that Krishna is like this, Krishna is like that. It's very simple to understand. It's like, somebody goes to America and then he comes back and he describes so vividly, oh, see, America is like these flyovers. I'm just giving an example of America because it's easy to understand. And then we'll say, oh, yes, so nice. Then we make up, we start dreaming, oh, I also should go to America. But why should you want to go to America? Because somebody who has seen America is coming and telling me, saying that, America is like this, it's like that, and it looks very attractive. So I want to go. I have not seen America myself. No, but somebody who has seen America is telling me. So I want to go. So similarly, Acharyas, realized souls, have seen Krishna. So they are telling, saying Krishna is there, depend on Krishna. They are dependent on Krishna, and Krishna is reciprocated. And like I said, you can also experiment this if you are not sure whether you want to depend on Krishna. Like I was just telling Prabhu, saying, take up some big service, and you see how Krishna will reciprocate by giving you the ability. Then you realize, oh, Krishna is there. Krishna is giving me the ability. So Krishna must be there. Oh, wow, okay. So let me surrender to him. It's even with little bit of experiment, so to say, we can understand that Krishna is there. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. 7.4. Okay. I think we'll stop here because this will go into his energies. So we'll discuss this on Wednesday, Krishna meeting. Now we'll end the day, or we'll stop today with everybody thinking about sweetness of Krishna. Because it's the actually all of maybe I'll just stop recording and